Hello YouTube, this is Mr. Shiny Time. It's been a long time since I made a video, and I want to say thank you to the new subscribers who have subscribed to my channel and been leaving feedback and inboxing me messages. Over the past couple months, I've been noticing a lot of people going back and forth on some of my videos. Some of them, I think one of my videos has over 1,000 views, and to think that when I started my YouTube channel, that one of my videos would be listened to by more than 1,000 people, or that's kind of incredible that many people are listening to what I have to say. And that's one of the beauties of YouTube, is that it really does give the average person the ability to get their voice heard by countless people. But anyway, I've been gone a while because really, I've been real busy with school, and this is my last semester, so I'm trying to really get a job, try to support myself when the school year's over. But I got a few minutes of free time today, and I really wanted to make this video because I saw some really interesting articles pop up in my Facebook feed, and I really wanted to talk about this because one of these articles is directly related to a video I made months ago, maybe even a year ago. And that video was the subject about the way that black women are portrayed in the media and the image that is put out there. And the video was, it had to do with this show called Good Luck Charlie, where it's this white suburban upper middle class family that lives who knows where, and all the friends of the family are black, except the black people are all overweight and fat, whereas the white family is the ideal family. The kids are groomed, in shape, fit, and the lead female for the show, Bridget Mendler, is a very attractive female, but her best friend, the black girl, is overweight, very overweight. And I pointed that out in my video about how these contrasting images are very unfair to young black girls who see this on TV. And now here's another story that popped up, and I'm going to put a link in my video so you can go and read this story and see the type of mind fuck, very subtle mind fuck, that goes on in America. The propaganda and the images that are put out there are very important. And I keep harping on this in videos, is that the symbolism and the imagery in the media and in this society is very important, because after all, most of it is controlled by white men, if not all of it is controlled by white men. And the images that they put out of our people and our women are damaging on so many levels, and it's something that we have to fight. We have to address, and tackling these images and redefining ourselves is something that is extremely important. But anyway, to the story. Apparently, this university called Ole Miss, which is, if you know anything about Southern history, is one of the most racist institutions in American South historically. And so they have crowned their first black female homecoming queen. And she looks exactly like Gabourey Sidibe, and she looks like the young girl from Good Luck Charlie. Is this a coincidence? What is that? Do you see how subtle the imagery is, but it's persistent. It's constant. When you constantly see these types of images of black women over and over and over and over, you believe it. And again, this relates right back to the video I made about Roosh, who said that most black women are overweight. Why? Because the only black women he sees are the women like this homecoming female, or like Gabourey Sidibe, or like the girl from Good Luck Charlie. Those are the types of females that are constantly put out in the media. These overweight black women, this Mammy archetype, it is constantly thrown out there, and you're constantly seeing this in the media. And it's most detrimental of all to the young girls, because not only do they accept being overweight as normal, they think that other men should accept that as well, or they think men should accept that, excuse me. You know, the girls see being overweight as normal, and that they want men to accept that. But the reality is that being overweight is not normal, and it is not healthy, and it is killing a lot of people, especially in the black community, with heart disease, diabetes, hypertension. But they constantly put this image out there that being overweight is attractive for black women, but you would never see an out of shape, overweight white woman in a position where she is the sex object, where she is the model of beauty. Never. Why is that? Ask yourself, why is that? I want you to go and read the article for yourself and look at the pictures. There is a pattern. It is persistent. And to be honest with you, it pisses me off. It really does. Because I know that there were plenty of black women who were in shape and fit, who they could have picked for homecoming queen, that go to that university, and they chose not to. Instead, they chose to give a big fuck you and put an overweight black woman up there. It's sad. It really is sad. And I have nothing against this woman at all, whatsoever. You know, don't misconstrue what I'm saying. This has nothing to do with a personal attack on this female. This has to do with the unfair treatment and the unfair portrayal of black people in American media. Why is it that the white woman can be thin, attractive, and the object, you know, she possesses all the features and characteristics that most men like? But when the black woman is put up there, she's overweight, fat, unattractive, out of shape, and we can never have a black woman who is on par and on level with the white female. That's what pisses me off. And I've thought about this a lot. You know, I've thought about making my own YouTube channel and trying to find investors who can go out there and find black filmmakers, black actresses and actors who can put on their own TV shows and market this stuff to black people, so we can sort of control the images that are put out there. Because our kids, this is important. You know, what our kids see is very important. We can't change everything overnight, but it takes small change, a little bit at a time. But anyway, the second story that I read today that really prompted me to make this video was this event that happened where these three high school students in New York decided to reenact the Chris Brown Rihanna incident in blackface, and it caused a little bit of a minor stir. And there's a lot of people on the site, I guess, who are defending the kids. I guess these are members of the community or whatever. And it's just like I said, you know, trying to gain acceptance, trying to fit into that community it's folly. And Umar Johnson says this too. Trying to go over there and fit in and to assimilate, it's just folly. It's foolishness. It makes no sense. Because they don't respect you and they don't see you as an equal. They don't see you as equivalent to them. And this is something that we have to recognize as a people is to try to separate ourselves completely from the white system. Now, we have to engage in economics. We have to be aware of politics and science and be aware of what's going on in the mainstream society and around the globe. But we have to divorce ourselves from the white system and trying to assimilate into what they have. And I don't know if that's even possible at this point, because there's not a lot of people who are willing to do that. And we are too intertwined together right now. I mean, black people, we are so dependent upon whites for our very survival. And the YouTube user, Prophet of Doom, he said this, and he says it in his videos all the time, you know, and I agree, is that we are completely and utterly dependent upon them, and this is why they can get away with the shit that they do. And it's the reason why it is so tragic, is that we send our kids to be educated by these people, and they keep us in a perpetual state of dependence. I mean, we have to, if we're going to fix things, to where the people 50 years from now can have a brighter future, I'm talking about we're going to have to do a grassroots effort. It's going to have to come, we're going to have to scrap the whole system and put a new one in place. I'm talking about we're going to have to develop a whole education system for black children, a whole new one, completely and utterly. We're going to have to build an economic system, control the media, the news, everything. And there's going to have to be people willing to do that. But no one's willing to, not enough people are willing to do that. Not enough people are willing to say, you know what, we're tired of this shit, we're going to make our own. There are some people out there making headway, but there's just not enough. We need more people. And this is what a message that we have to preach to our people, is to get together with other like-minded African Americans and try to network and try to build a system and become self-sufficient, so that we can control our image, we can control our economics, we can control the definition of who we are. And that's what's most important going forward. I want to cut this video off right here. Thanks for listening, everybody. Take a glance at the articles if you want. That's it.